What's up, family? Once again, it's Brother Dre with Curse Breakers 300 with I Am a Beast Network. Oh, we got some hot topics. Here on my left is the brother Light. It's because his light is bright forward. And on my right, the X-Man from South Carolina, the trooper himself, Excalibur. We getting deep today. The topic, earning trust. Oh my goodness, earning trust and engaging our communities. This is the Black Shield. Let's get right into it. My brother, the Light, you are escalating high in this game of law enforcement. Tell me right now, what do you do and how do you go about it of telling your troops on earning trust in today's society?
The first thing is treat folks how you want to be treated. Treat folks how you want somebody to treat your mama and your grandmama, your children. Right? That's the biggest thing. Also, know your policies and procedures. Know what's going on in your community.
Oh, okay.
You know, be very vigilant in your community. Know who's who. Know who's homeless. Know who's going through some things personally.
Wow.
You know, you have people that have mental illness and you don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. You know, you need to make sure you know who these folks are. Police your communities. That's why it's important that, you know, as a supervisor, I make sure that I assign folks. I want everybody to be multifaceted, but I assign folks to certain communities so that they can understand what's going on there. Because it's not fair, you know, when another new person comes in and sees Miss Amy and, oh, Miss Amy's a nut. No, Miss Amy got some other stuff going on, and we understand that. Okay. Right? So we have to, you know, show them that we do care, because we have as law enforcement, we have a stigma that, man, they don't care what's going on here. Right. They don't care. Right. And we have to show that we do. Okay. You know, always do the right thing. Do the right thing always. Right. Now
I'm curious to hear what Brother X gonna say, because he's a trooper. So how do you continue to earn the trust?
Pretty much what she said. Pretty much piggybacking off him, dude. Know your policies. Treat everybody like you want them to treat your loved one. Real simple, real easy. I know a lot of people don't do it, but that's how you can. First of all, it make your job easy. Mm-hmm. It make your life easy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I mean, you treat people with respect. Now the community part, which I tell a lot of people that I work with, man, sometimes when your day off, man, volunteer somewhere. Okay. Let the people see your face. Okay. Volunteer somewhere. Go out. When I used to be a police officer, man, I used to go to I see the kids in the park, and I go out there and do pull-ups with them, man. Just playing around in my uniform.
He's strong. Yeah. brother strong. We gotta admit it. He can do that. Everybody else ain't do no pull-ups.
What's a pull-up?
Oh, check this out. Even, this might sound kind of taboo, man, but even social media.
Okay.
You know how a lot of people know I'm police from my podcast. That shows a different perspective of you. Right. And people will look at you and respect you more, like, dang, I ain't know you was like that. I ain't know you was cool like that. Yo, you into sports like that? They think you just a police and that's all you are 24/7, but they don't realize you human, man.
Man, that's deep. Let me tell you why it's deep. Yeah. Because a lot of police agencies now have a social media policy. Word. And they don't show enough positivity with what officers do. Word. And that's the one thing that makes me mad. And I want people to pay attention and listen. Look, we know media is going to push everything negative about what we do. Exactly. That's just what it is. And one bad apple can spoil a bunch. But why don't we show all the positive things that officers do on a daily basis, man? And that's what people need to see. With social media, we can use our power of social media and consistently show other people. So let me ask you this, man. This is a deep question. How, since George Floyd incident, do we gain trust? When we have momentum and then we lose it, how do you regain trust when something like that happens?
You know, my biggest thing is to make my guys make citizen contacts when there is no crime being committed. Word. Go out there and just walk up to somebody, introduce yourself before you start asking them what their name is or who they are, what they're doing here. Introduce yourself to them. Okay. Hey, this I Major Life with the Lithonia Police Department, man. I'm just coming out here just to say hi to you, man. I don't want nothing in particular. Just saying hey. comes at them differently, because that sparks another conversation. Because then they say, well, I got a question, and that sparks your conversation. Because they always see we come to them when we have something to say. We come to them when there's something being, somebody's called in 911 on this person, or we feel that they're suspicious or something like that. No, let's take that off. Let's just have a conversation, human being to human being. And I think that's big. And I think it's big in a lot of people's minds. I've done that myself. I teach my guys to do that. Okay. And it's been big. We've had great response from that.
Awesome.
Bro, George Floyd was just an icing on the cake, man. But to be honest with you, the people already didn't like us before that even happened. It was just an icing on the cake. Man. All you can really do, to be honest, man, just keep being you.
Yeah.
Keep being you, and hoping your attitude rub off on another officer. Mm-hmm. If you training them and they watching you, man, just keep being you. Don't change up. You treat the people how you want to be, how you want them to treat your love. I'm gonna keep you guys, when you watch the show, I'm gonna keep emphasizing that, bro. I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. You officers watching the show, I hope y'all listening. Treat people how you want your family to be treated.
Right.
All right. I'm telling you, it makes your job easier, make your life easier, and come on, man, it's more respectful. You don't want nobody disrespecting your family.
That's right.
But yeah, dude, you just gotta keep, man. You got to keep just treating people right. That's pretty much, bro.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, people just don't like us, dude.
Well, I mean, and what's deep is that there are a majority that do like us.
Yeah.
But they don't speak loud enough.
Right.
And that's the deep part about it too. But when you have clowns like Chauvin who will put his knee on George Floyd's neck. Okay, George Floyd, people say, oh, he's a knucklehead, crackhead, the whole 9 yards. That's despite the point.
Right.
Once again, you got your knee on this man's neck, and he's training other officers. And man, that made it so difficult to climb up what I call out of the hole just because of that incident, man.
Yeah.
And because every time there's a shooting, every time there's a questionable situation, people constantly now have that embedded in the back of their minds of that situation.
Right.
And so, man, the community engagement, one thing that I wanted to ask each one of you guys, you mentioned about your officers going out and engage. So do you set aside as a commanding officer that your officers have to go out and literally do walking details to approach them? And when you get a chance, Brother X, does your commanding officer say, even though you doing, because when you think of troopers on expressway all day,
right.
How do you get out into the community while on duty?
Right. Well, I haven't mandated them to go out and do foot patrols, so to speak, but I do have them go into businesses, things like that. What I do also we have community days. We have days where the city puts on certain parties or get-togethers, and I make it mandatory that these guys have to go in, and they're not in their vehicle, they're out on their feet, and they're in the community, and they're forced to have those conversations. They're forced to have those interactions. Right. They're forced. And before you go there, just before I lose my thought on the training, Chauvin put his knee on that guy's neck, right, on George Floyd's neck. No academy has taught him to do that. Now they will tell you, do what you got to do to get the person in cuffs, but after that, get him up. Get off. You know what I'm saying? Get him off the. It's positional asphyxiation, right? They teach you to get him up. So no, none of us in the law enforcement field has ever condoned his actions.
Right.
So I had to say that. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome.
Nah, with us, man, Highway Patrol, man, they love it when we go, and how it works. So we might get a call from a teacher or anything. Can we come speak to this class? Of course. We running by our commander. They be like, yeah, sure. Just put it on your, if it's your day off, just put it down as overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they do love it. I love it. Sometimes I don't even tell my commander. I just go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about overtime. I like talking to the kids. I love kids. I love the kids. I love talking to the kids. I go to the high schools, talk to them, elementary school, career day. I'm always doing career day, talking to the kids. I love it. And then a lot of them know me from social media.
Right.
They know me as a social media cop. You know what I'm saying? The Mill Experience podcast, YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Mill Experience podcast, man. They know me from that, man. They be like, yo, my daughter, she told me, yo, I saw your dad interviewed Lenore Sellers, the quarterback for the Gamecocks, University of South Carolina. They thought that was one of the coolest thing ever.
Right.
You know
and they know you the police.
Yeah, they know I'm the police.
But see, you are letting them know too, you just a human being.
That's it, man.
And you have another life besides policing.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing is the difference is that they see you as a whole different person.
Yeah.
But when police officers get so stuck,
Yep.
they only life is police. They eat police, drink police, socialize with the police, FOP meetings police.
Bro, you
they
know
don't do
my pet
nothing.
peeve is, besides this, because we doing a show, but my pet peeve, this is why I don't hang around other law enforcement officers. Because when we off duty, all y'all want to talk about is work. Man, I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
And I'm chilling, bro. I'm sitting here smoking
Put that mic up so I can hear you because I got to hear this. They got to hear this.
I don't want to hear that.
Right.
When I'm off duty, I'm off duty, dude.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the job. I don't want to talk about the job, man. When I'm off duty, like you said, some people eat, sleep, and police.
Right.
Bro, when I'm off, bro.
Right.
I got a life besides that badge.
Check that out.
You know? So
You might need to give a course in that, telling people how to turn that switch off.
bro, that's why I don't hang around. That's
It's
why
hard.
they think I be antisocial. But nah, man, every time we hang out, dude, y'all want to talk about the job. I'm like, man, come on, dude.
But you do realize what it is, though, right?
Ain't got nothing else going on. Get
Well,
you a hobby, guys.
Well, some of them do, but guess what? What we talked about earlier. Sometimes they can't talk to their significant other about it. They had nobody else to talk to about it. But somebody that deals with it with them. Fortunately for this brother, he got his better half.
right.
Does the same job, so it's easy for that.
Right.
Right.
But sometimes they just don't have nobody else to talk to about it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
because earning that trust is allowing other people to see you as a person.
Right.
Because I go to churches all the time and be able to speak. And Sister Janet Walker, I mean, it's awesome person. She was doing something for the homicide victims within Cincinnati. She asked me to come and speak, and of course, you about to speak in front of hundreds where their families have been murdered, and she wanted a police officer to come in. And what was deep is that when I stood up, of course, you can hear a pin drop. But the first thing I said, exact first thing, peel back the layers and see a black man.
Right.
Peel back the layers. I have a daughter. Peel back the layers that I'm a single dad. Peel back the layers that I've been in situations and got homies and partners, and they kept peeling them back to, I said, what you see? And the brother stood up and said, I don't see no cop. I said, there it is.
Yeah, it is.
And so until people, can say, how do I get you to trust, is peel back the layer. Because, bro, we just met. But I'm going to tell you something, man, it's going to be deep. That just because you 5'0" don't mean I trust you.
Word.
Just because we got introduced don't mean I trust you.
Right.
But what was deep was the fact that I said, brother, I got you. Here go some boots. I never had to ask this brother to give me my boots back.
Yeah, man.
You hear what I'm saying?
Look,
he came back downstairs and was like, here it is. I said, man, I can trust this brother and not think twice about it.
But guess what else he did? He put him on without even looking at him, inspecting. He put him on because he was grateful to have him. He just threw him on, put him on, did his thing.
Right.
He didn't look at it all, turn up and be like, well, now because I don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Some people do. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do none of that.
Right.
He was appreciative. That's what's up,
man.
Man, that's why I'm enjoying this whole process, meeting strong brothers like you, because me and Brother X, man, when we got together, we weren't even really talking about a lot of the police stuff.
we wasn't,
was
man.
talking about each other's fit.
Yeah.
We was like, I see you like to you dress up.
Yeah,
you
man.
like to match up, bro. You like to roll like this.
Yeah, bro.
I see you clean, dog. And we didn't have no problem. When I seen you, I was like, oh, boy, you got that ride outside.
ride out there,
You
boy.
on point.
See?
I mean, man, it's just awesome that when people look at you from the outside as normal people, when they can say, man, I didn't even know you was a cop. That's when
Exactly. I had that.
They
I had
trust
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yep. And I let people know all the time that, I had a guy, I pulled him over for something. He was in the BMW C series, and he was like, man, y'all motherfucking cops always fucking with us, man. You just mad to see niggas shining, meet Mercedes. I said, sir, I sent my daughter to school in a C class.
Oh.
And look, I said, don't get twisted.
Ouch.
You know what I'm saying?
Ouch.
You get a C class. Get out
said,
of here. You know
the
what
light
I'm saying?
came on.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He gave him some light.
Yeah, that let you know.
Let me touch you with
we
this.
police don't mean we broke. Don't get it
Facts.
twisted. Back in the day, I can remember making 17 grand a year, but don't please, Lord Jesus, don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know what I'm
Brokers
saying?
over here, bro.
Nah. And that's another thing that people know, man. Listen, we got lives like y'all. We go through the same thing you go through. We argue with our spouses like y'all do. We have problem with our children like y'all do. It ain't no difference. It's a uniform.
Bro, everybody go through. It's off topic, man. But you brought this up, right? But we go through things. This when I realized we all the same. So 2 years ago with my podcast, I used to work with the Carolina Panthers, right?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say the player name. I'm in the locker room interviewing some players, and I hear one of the players on the phone. Damn, babe, I just got to finish the game. I'll be home in a minute. Let me get dressed and do some interviews. I say, damn, we all the same, bro. Star NFL player going through the same thing us regular folk go through, man. So I thought it was funny when you said that. Man. I just wanted to bring it up,
man. We all human beings, man. That's the thing about it. They got to get off this them versus us, blue versus everybody else. We all people, man.
Right.
We all people.
Right. Well, let me ask y'all this.
Go ahead.
We talk about, earning trust, engaging communities, but tell me something specific within your careers that hurt the process of trust. And I'm not talking about a George Floyd somewhere out there that where you saw that a local cop did something stupid that hurt the whole trust of what you have to deal with to engage in the community.
Unfortunately, you see it every day, but I mean, theft. You know what I'm saying? You still they looking at you to be above all that, above reproach. And we had some brothers. I think the FBI ended up getting them. They were up there robbing dope boys.
Wow.
They were sticking them up, going up and run up in the houses, and then I guess the FBI called them and had a house wired and let them do it, and it looked so bad because you had officers from different agencies that all got dragneted into it. Hell, even in Georgia, they had officers running bodyguards for dope boys. And one was actually hitman. So when that stuff makes the news, it ain't nothing. You can do 1,000 things good.
See. But
as soon as they see that,
it's a
I
wrap.
told y'all, all of them are like
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And I hate that we all alike.
Right.
Yeah.
We had a situation where it's not with Highway Patrol, but it was a county agency that works in the area we work in. They was on the news and they got caught working for the cartel, man.
Wow.
Yep.
We would do checkpoints and they would let like 18 wheelers go by. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yep.
Come to find out they working for the cartel. So people look at that and they be like, see, you can't trust them.
Can't trust them. And in Arkansas, the same thing. We had I was policing in Arkansas for a year, and it was two brothers, unfortunately, these two brothers doing drug runs in a police car, and they got caught, and it's like, come on, man.
Wow.
Right. Because I'm going to tell you something that's deep is when I talk to brothers in prison ministry, they actually said it's never the officer that we really want to kill that gets assassinated. It's the other one. So I said, man, that's deep. He said it's the one who got away.
That's deep.
And so when I see the uniform, I'm going off. And that's what happened in Cincinnati. We talk about engaging communities and earning trust is the situation with Hinton Sr. He takes his vehicle after he sees that a shooting that was questionable within the process of the body cam. He leaves this meeting, gets in his car, and sees an officer who's off duty but has been retired and just in his sheriff's uniform and doing a traffic light. And he gets killed instantly. Why? Because it was the bad people said, man, he wasn't even a Cincinnati cop.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati cop did the shooting. This was a sheriff cop.
Yeah.
But he didn't care.
He didn't care.
He didn't care. That's why, man, whatever I do, I understand affects you. Even in South Carolina, it affects you in Atlanta. And that's why I tell these dummies that wear this police uniform, hey, man, what you do is going to affect somebody down the road. And that's why it's so deep. When we hear the officer that only been on 2 years, was a light in the community or a great guy, it seemed like all the great ones get shot.
Word.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. With Dre, you about to retire 30 years. And you got leadership under your belt, man. What do you guys think should be the age that you should start being in law enforcement?
Start being in,
like coming into law enforcement,
coming in as an adult, dude. I first started at 19, and I was way too young to be carrying a badge.
Exactly.
Back then, you could hire you immediately. You had up to 1 year to go to the academy, so you had up to a year to be the police. not knowing nothing and not having the mentality, because you're not growing at 19. You're not growing at 21. Let's be honest.
Right.
And looking back, I think 25.
Because you know the male brain start developing at 25.
Yeah. I think
that's 25. Why I say 25.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. Yeah. I think all officers need to start in the jail.
Because they can talk to people, man. I always say that. They can talk to people, man.
You ain't got all the tools. You ain't got no gun. Exactly. So you can't run to that. Right. You saying you better work that mouth. No, pause.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? You better learn how to do that, because once you get in there and then you're doing time with them. Yeah. So you see real quick, like, yo, man, I ain't trying to get in no trouble, because I ain't trying to be here with them. I see how they living. But you learn how to talk. You learn how to de-escalate quickly.
Word.
Right. Yeah, I'm in agreement. That 25 is on point, because we deal with so many family issues on patrol, domestic violence. You know, a 21 go in there and try to navigate older people's lives and tell them what to do, and they can't. They still living at home with mom and dad trying to figure it out. But we're about to tell you exactly how to measure this entire situation. So I think 25, and then go with a senior officer. And I was trying to get this in Cincinnati, that every so often ride with a senior officer, because the younger officers that would go on radio runs with me, they would go, man, the way you just handled that situation, I wanted to go off on this guy. He was acting a fool. And he said, if you wasn't there, because the guy was acting a fool, and I said, sir, I'll give you a police report. And he said, and he went, okay. I said, no problem, I'll give you a report. And then my partner, who was young, just came on 2 years, said, man, I wanted to lock him up. I wasn't giving him no report. I said, man, look, simple report, look what happened. He said, you right. Thank you.
But as a young kid, as a young cop, I remember I told you earlier. I remember one of our other episodes, I told you that I did lose. I didn't have an identity, so I just bounced around. I wasn't black. I wasn't white. I didn't know what I was on, some other shit. Because I didn't know. I'm 19. I'm 20. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Have no life experiences to teach me nothing.
Because when I started at a detention center, I was 27. When I became a police officer, I was 30. So I already had some life behind me. So I look at things totally different than a 21-year-old will. Like, I'd be like, man, they ain't that deep, dude. Just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? With a 21-year-old, pop. You know, can't even talk.
Exactly.
Won't even talk. So I always said, and what you just said, Rashid, I always said this: if I become a sheriff or a chief, if I'm hiring a new officer, I'm gonna look to see if you got a jail background.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because I know you're gonna talk before you use this right here, or even your taser. You're gonna try to talk out the situation. You're gonna let this be your last resort. Your last option. You're gonna use this first.
Listen, man, I was working in jail. I had a dude come to me and say, man, what's stopping all of us from beating your ass in here? And I looked. I said, quite honestly, nothing. I said, but me and you gonna get real intimate. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sweet love, Paul. While they whooping, we whooping. He looked at me and said, this dude crazy. But I meant it. But one thing I was always fair, I tell this is big also in law enforcement. Say what you mean what you say. If you say you're gonna do something for that person, do it. And if you can't, don't say it, and give them some reason why you can't. Don't just say, because I said so. I'm the police and I mean, no.
I done seen that too, bro.
I'll make sure my officers, when they approach a vehicle, the first thing out their mouth is, hello, I'm Officer so-and-so with the Lithonia Police Department, or whatever police department you with. The reason for the stop is this. So they gets it out. Why are you stopping? They gets it out the way. I've already explained that to you. I've introduced myself to you before I asked you for no. I've seen a lot of cops, and I don't know if it's their policies, license and registration. Well, what's your name? License and registration. You know, I get that out the way. This is who I am. This is why we stopped you. Now we're gonna get to business. You know what I'm saying?
I had a guy when I was coming in, I went to the academy back in 2014, and we always do, the last couple of weeks we do scenarios. So young guy, he's dealing with the training officer. You know, the guy was being resistant. And he tell him, get behind, put your hands behind you, refuse. Talking about why? He talking about, because I'm the police.
Yeah, see, it's the wrong
Trainer say cut scenario and get his ass from out here, boy. Somebody talk to him. That's not no shit you said. That don't mean nothing.
Wrong answer.
All you gonna do is escalate something.
Wrong answer.
Wrong. Young guy, 22 years old. 22.
I bet. And that's why, because that's that arrogance, that's that cockiness. It takes a lot for an officer to tell this. You on the road, you go to pull a person over, he take off running, boom, burn out on you. Your ego. You're like, oh, this I'm trying to go. But it's snowing or it's raining. At that point, what do? Right? You gauge that benefit of me chasing him at this point, I'm gonna swallow my pride and let this cat. I get him.
Yeah, man, it's called conditions. You got to look at your conditions when you're chasing somebody. If it's raining or snowing, bro, fall back. Let us see another day. You're gonna put yourself in danger. You're gonna put a pedestrian or an innocent bystander in danger because you're trying to catch this person.
And that also builds trust in the community.
Right.
Say, yo, that cop put us over his ego.
Right.
Now, this is interesting though, because through the entire conversation. Now, hear me on this. Through the entire conversation, we talking about individuals who are already police officers. So apparently, there's a gap in training.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the academy that they've had. Ours is when I went, it was 21 weeks. Now it's up to they got 28 weeks.
Yeah.
And you trying to tell me you trying to tell me somewhere in there they didn't have an actual community trust building section which goes out into the community. This is deep because now you got shooting range. You know, you got your target range, you got audio potty tests, you got different things that you have to take, driving tests. Yeah. But is there actually a community engaging test? Brother Dre, curse breakers,
you just
300.
Your job, brother. You solidified your future.
There you go.
You hear what I'm saying,
brother?
Hey.
You just solidified your after you retire. Where you going next?
So what would you do? I want to hear you guys. We only got a few minutes left. How would you present that then into the academy, besides bringing me in, of course? But how would you present that now to your troops? And we got to have a section to make sure we train these officers the right way.
I mean, brother, honestly, what you just said is the hook. That's the hook.
Yeah, I would have to come in with some type of analyzation of what's going on, some type of document, and bring the community in to try to have like some community leaders to come talk to people in the academy that's over that. Because you're right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because you'd have to go through the academy director and present that. But I think just what you said, that is the presentation.
Yeah,
right.
Word. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because I don't think people understand that. You know, here in Cincinnati, we got so many different communities. You know, we got the West End. You got the West Side. You got District 1. That's downtown. You got the East Side. So each community has a different process to it, a different type of light that goes into it.
Right.
And so every community is different.
Right.
So unless you know, can you adapt to each community as you go? And that's what needs to be taught as well, that today, if you go into this district, which is, say, the East Side, and the crime really isn't as bad, and then you get thrown into another area where the crime rate is high, you going, man, I ain't never seen as many black people before in my life.
At DeKalb County, you got that because DeKalb County toggles between the first and second wealthiest black county in the nation, right?
Okay.
So you have different, you have white folks here, black folks here, Hispanics here, and it's a hodgepodge of everybody, right? You don't know what you're getting. And in East Precinct is rough, South Precinct is the worst, North Precinct is better. And you get officers that get transferred and they like, yo, what's this? And you can't bring those same politics from south to east and east to north. You just can't do it. Right. So how do you mix it, right? How do you navigate it, right? But that might be a topic for another show, right?
Right. Give us 10 seconds. Give us something.
Hey man, we ain't here to judge. We here to save lives.
Listen, hey, I ain't mad at you. So once again on I Am a Beast Network, you heard it here first from the Black Shield, dealing with engaging our communities and earning trust. I'm Brother Dre with Curse Breakers 300, and this is the Black Shield, and we're not here to take sides. We're here to save lives.
Yeah.
Peace.